Welcome back to Learn with T, where you can learn with me. Today, we are looking at some of the most popular community suggestions for ERLC. I compiled this list by going through the PRC Discord made by the devs of ERLC, and there were so many ideas to sift through. I mean, just today alone, look at how many were submitted. Nevertheless, I was able to find 5 ideas that really stood out to me. Starting off, I saw multiple people requesting the ability to sell the cars we've bought. I personally do agree with this one. I don't think it would be too hard to implement in, and would make the car buying process feel a little bit less stressful, knowing you can at least get some of your money back if one day you don't end up using the vehicle. Even if it's only half of what we originally paid, it is something that can go a long way with some of the more expensive vehicles. Next up, people have been requesting that they allow private server owners to specify what weapons would be allowed for purchase on their server. A lot of servers ban the use of snipers and sometimes even shotguns, so by banning those weapons outright, it would not only save time for the admins, but the pain for those of us just looking to roleplay by the rules. I'm going to combine these next 2 suggestions into our number 3 pick, and these are for the fire department. I thought this first one was a great idea, and that is the addition of dumpster fires. This would be a fun and easy task for the fire department, and I could totally see a dumpster fire starting within Liberty County. Next up is the addition of a CPR animation. This would be super useful to create realistic roleplays, and since we already have so many animations already in the game, I don't really see this being very hard to add in, other than the creation of the animation itself. Number 4 was requested many times, but players would love to see working brake lights on vehicles. Along with this, players want to be able to control their high beams, so maybe a lighting overhaul on all the vehicles would be greatly appreciated by the community. It was hard to choose which suggestion would fit in as our last but not least, but I went with not only the addition of a seatbelt, but more importantly the addition of dealing damage upon crashing. In this suggestion, the member requested that upon crashing, the player would be launched out the front of the vehicle if they weren't wearing their seatbelt. Even if this specifically wasn't able to be implemented, I really feel we could use some sort of consequence for what would normally be a deadly crash. Civilians love to speed around, and maybe they would be a little bit more cautious if it could lead to their death. Overall, I think we were able to cover some amazing community suggestions, and there are so many I wish I could have added. I plan on doing more videos going over other suggestions, so if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel to be the first to see it. I'm extremely early on in my creation journey, so you guys can be one of the earliest supporters. Thank you everybody, and I will see you in the next one.